Good morning, everybody. It is a horrible grey day here. It's windy, it's wet, it's very, very wet, and then next week it's going to be like -4. So, yeah, tricky. But anyway, it's fine. The boys have gone on their day shooting because it's Saturday. Ronnie's gone on his first day beating, which is very exciting for him. And so I'm here holding the fort. The weather is very tricky for us at the minute because the wind is coming from a different direction than it normally does. It normally hits the back of the shed, but it's coming from the other direction now, so it's blowing right into the calf shed. So yeah, we've put some of that green sort of screening up above the big door, but I don't know, I hope they're going to be all right. They're all looking, I don't know, very sleepy, but I think they've all just fed. So yeah, I mean, it's blowing the space hopper in their pen. It's that windy. I mean, we can't turn the shed round, so you know, that's that. So last night we went to visit some of our new girls that are joining us on the farm, which is very, very exciting. I'm not going to say too much about what we're doing. No particular reason, just we're not quite there yet. We haven't got things set up and we haven't got like details finalised and stuff. But it's very exciting. It's something that we've wanted to do ever since we were on the lookout for getting our own farm. So that's exciting, and I can't wait to tell you more about that. And the girls are lovely. I just hope we can do the best for them. I'm sure we will. But yeah, so today's jobs really are just maintaining everything. I'm going to put the jackets on the new calves. I need to jab some of these in the sort of nursery pen, in the first pen, which I'm a bit worried about actually because it's going to knock them. I need to bovie pass, but it will knock them, and I don't know if it's a good idea when they're maybe not so great with this windy, drafty weather. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about that. I'm going to check the sheep. I went and had a look yesterday. Texel tup is covered probably about 28. So we're going to have a busy lambing first week. Suffolk tup has covered maybe about 10. So yeah, he's nearly been through his group. Hi guys. It's very cold today. This week I think it's going to get down to about -6 here, which is very cold, obviously. We've got some bloody scours going on in this new pen. It might be because of the change of milk powder. It might be the water because we're on a spring and it's not filtered, so it might be something to do with that. I'm going to keep an eye on it. So, bedding up day today. So these lot will be scraped out and bedded up. Hopefully I can catch that. Sam can do it on his own actually, because he can just shut the gates, and then the end one doesn't have a gate, but he's got a very, very, very persuasive bit of string that keeps them back so he doesn't run them over. We like fresh bed day because it's like getting a new set of pyjamas on, isn't it? The middle shed is going to be hopefully sorted out this week, much to Sam's relief because it's preying on his mind a lot, and yeah, be glad to get that done. We've got some more cows that need to come in before the ground goes really hard, which the hard ground is a lot better than soft ground for churning it up, but then the grass becomes very difficult to eat and there's nothing in the grass as it is. Managed to get to school. However, we are just checking the sucklers. But yes, you can see some sucklers there somewhere. I'll turn it around so you can see what I can see. It is so cold. It's going to be -6 tonight. But as you can see down there in the bottom, there's no support right here. We've got a fair amount So we brought this sucklers down from the high ground yesterday. Brought them down to these lower fields just because it's really hard to get up to the top to feed them when the ground has obviously got snow on it and it's frozen. There's not a great deal for them to eat, and there's not a great deal for them to eat anyway. We noticed yesterday that they have lost some condition, so yeah, we're just going to help them out a bit now. So the calves, they need to come in as well, so when it's dry and when we've got some space in the shed somewhere, we're going to bring them in, keep them overnight, let the mums back out in the morning, keep the calves in for sales to need, dehorning and castrating, or whatever we decide to do with them. And then the heifers that we're going to keep in the herd, we'll keep them. Down the hardest bit. Oh. So we have beef shorthorn and link cattle, and they were really well suited to this sort of weather and climate. But it's nice to give them a bit of a hand. It's not a running calf, we hope, so. The little ling ours is a ling bull, that's what it is. And some heritage slings, so. Oh yeah, and random Angus that escaped from the rest of our stock. It's just been living with these lot. And she actually doesn't look too bad, but she does need to come in because she's going to be with some of our 12-monthers, and she's nowhere near as big, so, but you know, she wanted to live in the wild, so there you go. Just a little bit of lunch now. Back outside. Sam's fixing the shed up because we need to bring more of our cows in. He's just in here. Welding away, closing his eyes actually to avoid the welding flash, which I'm pretty sure is not adequate health and safety. So what I'm doing now actually is I'm going to do the second dose of some of the calves we've got in the little diddler pen, which they aren't really diddlers anymore compared to the diddlers we actually do have. They need the second dose of mycoplasma, which, if you don't know, is a type of pneumonia or a type of respiratory illness. It's a really, really nasty one. If you've ever seen it, it can cause like a head tilt, it can cause like paralysis. I think it affects their inner ear, and the head tilt can sometimes stay like that. But yeah, it also causes really nasty lung lesions, which fill with pus, so they don't get adequate oxygen through, into their lungs, through into their bloodstream, and it's really a really nasty one. And I think it's a pretty hard one to tackle as well. So we vaccinate against it, it just gives them a better chance of fighting it off. What a day. What a day. So all of our cows are in. All of our cows are in now. So, well, apart from the sucklers, but they'll be coming in, I don't know. We don't want to bring them in wet because we don't want the calves to come in wet. But and they won't be wet now. It's sunny in the day. It's freezing, but it's sunny in the day. But yeah, all our cows in. The last ones to come in with this group of 12-month-olds. They're 12 months? Can't remember. I think they are. Okay. No, they're not 6 months. They're too big for 6 months. They're 12 months. But yeah, so this group are in. They look happy and settled, full tummies, nice and warm and cosy. So yeah, everybody feels relieved that they're in now because it was, it's hard going for them outside, isn't it? And they start to lose condition if there's not much. I can hear lots of stuff going on. Oh, it's the tap, bit of pipe. So we've got a big group in here. These are a bit younger, Angus, and we've got some Hereford crosses in here, some Jersey blue crosses that have come out of a Jersey. We've got some British blue crosses. The majority are Angus cross. Very noisy. Yeah, so they're not hungry. They've had everything. They've got everything they ever could want. But you know, there you go. You happy? Yeah. Good. That was very good timing. That little nod. You've got a lovely face. Well, good morning. It's another cold one today. In fact, it's absolutely bloody freezing. So I'm just doing morning jobs. Just fed the calves their milk. I'm just giving them some pellets because they're shit in it. I'm just chopping straw just to put in it. We do this and we do it in all the troughs. Just chop it up just so get them eating, get the rumen scratch and get the rumen developing and working, which is obviously the best because then they can have their feed intake and their milk intake. They can just start to grow. Get some good growth. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I don't know what jobs we're on with today. Not sure. We were trying to get the shed done to get the rest of the cows in, but that's done now. So that was like the urgent tasks that we were doing. So I don't know what the plan is today really. There's some bits that I want to do. I need to go get some food and to do a bit of a food shop. I've started like batch cooking and freezing, and I've also been like ingredient freezing, so making packets of like slow cooker packets with just the ingredients, and then just so we can get them out and put them in the slow cooker in the morning. Just if anything, like this week's been anything to go by. If we want like a food delivery, it's not going to happen if the weather's like this. So I'm trying to be organised really. I've just finished feeding the babies their milk. There's maybe one that's on my radar today. Hasn't really been very enthusiastic. He's okay. He's just come out of the chokey maybe 2 days ago, so just going to keep an eye on him. Really pleased with this bunch actually. I'm keen to get their mycoplasma jabs done. Yeah, all good. So this area over here is where our cattle handling area is going to be. So we need to, well, Sam needs to get it all sort of rigged up, figured out how we want it, because we don't have any cattle handling at all apart from the crush. So whenever we need to use it, we sort of have to move it to wherever the cow is, whichever pen it's in or whatever. But now this is going to make it, hopefully it'll make it so much easier, so we can either run them in through from that side down into this bit, or round the front down into this bit, or from outside we can sort of set something up round there. We don't have obviously thousands and thousands to spend on like race work, so we're just trying to figure out what's best and what's going to be practical, safe to use as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of things coming up that we need to do. We know that some of our, well, we're hoping that some of our sucklers are pregnant. Some of them look very in calf, so it's quite easy to spot them, but a couple of them we aren't sure, so we need to PD those. If they're not in calf, we need to get them in calf. And the suckler calves, which are like massive, but they need things doing to them, so they need castration and disbudding or dehorning. We also have some of our bigger 7 months now. They need castrating. They've already been dehorned, so well, they were disbudded when they were calves, but we were going to sell them originally, but we decided not to. So hopefully this area, and I can show you, you know, what we do and how we set it out. But if anyone's got any tips, or if they've set a cattle handling area out and wish they did something different, it would be really useful to know. So if everybody could just let me know, that would be great. I just thought you might be interested to see some of our scribbles of sums, notes to each other, who has what. It looks like gobbledygook, numbers, but this is our central board, which is in the sick bay area, which is a bit of a mess. It needs tidying up. But we do have other boards. These are the pen boards. These are the older calves. We write on here when they've had a new bag of feed, so we can sort of gauge how much they're eating. This side is, you know, who we need to have a watch, who we need to watch, what medication or dosing they need. This one's the diddlers. This has got a lot of sort of medication stuff on it, because some of the calves that we get come with the mycoplasma, the first dose, but some of the others don't, so we have to do 2 doses of those. It takes a bit of managing actually, because there needs to be 2 weeks between each dose, but there also needs to be a week between each medication. So if there's an issue, we can sort of figure out which one it is, and then it doesn't, I don't know if it like interacts or counteracts with each other, or it makes them feel a bit rubbish anyway. So probably 2 doses for 2 different things at once probably isn't the best, but normally this is quite full actually. It's not too bad today. You'll have to excuse me now because there'll be a big gap in this video, and I didn't do a video, I didn't edit a video and upload it yesterday because I've had this horrible bloody cold, so I couldn't be bothered filming anything, so we've just been trying to just get through it. We've both not been feeling great, and Sam hurt his back, so yeah, trying to do that, trying to muddle through when you're ill, when somebody's sort of out of action, yeah, it's hard. But anyway, farming doesn't stop for illness, does it? So we've had to crack on. But yeah,